Hey everybody, KC here. So Scott Galloway, I was listening to his podcast with Kara Swisher. It's called Pivot. He was making a really interesting observation the other day that I thought was right in line with something we talk about a lot here on Morning Newsbeat. And his point was that in the majority of cases, most companies, no matter what the companies do, the most important capital investment they're going to make in any given year won't be in computer systems, won't be in real estate, they'll be in people. It's the most important thing they can invest in is human capital. It's the place where they can get the most return, especially if you get young people who are committed, willing to work hard. These are the people who can really reshape a business and make it successful in the long term. So, of course, the problem is that in so many cases, when these kids come out of college, they've got enormous student debt and that they can't get out from under. And his idea is this. He thinks what major universities, or I suppose even minor universities and colleges ought to do, is they ought to actually charge companies for the right to recruit on campus. And basically the deal with this would be this. You can recruit on campus. Anybody you hire, you got to retire their college debt. Now, that could be a big ask of smaller companies, and it wouldn't be that big an ask of big companies like Amazon. And he says in one class he teaches at NYU, he's got 300 kids. 10% of them are going to get recruited by Amazon. Amazon's job ought to be in each of those cases to retire the student debt that they have. And maybe you could work out a sliding scale for smaller companies that don't have those kinds of resources. But I think it's actually a really good idea. And this may not be popular with a lot of companies. But listen, these people come out of college and first of all, you're going to get a commitment from them. They're not going to be looking for a job because one of the things you'll have a right to do is say, listen, we're going to pay off your student debt, but you're going to have to work for us for 3 or 4 years. And the other thing is going to be that no student is going to actually try and opt out of a program like that because you're going to be retiring their student debt. These people are then going to be able to do things like take the money that they have and use it to buy cars, buy houses, get married, have children, do all the things that young people do when they start to become productive members of society. So I really like this idea. I like the idea of universities and colleges saying, listen, you can recruit on campus. You can have access to our smartest students because they are fabulous human capital, but you're going to pay for it. Not just in terms of the wages and benefits you're going to give them, but you're going to retire their student debt so that they can go forth and be even more productive than they would have been otherwise. I think this is a great idea. Again, I'm sure some people will disagree. I think it's one way to move the economy forward. Anyway, that's what's on my mind this morning. And as always, I want to hear what's on your mind.